They say time heals all wounds, but you know that's a lie. Some wounds never close. They bleed silent, raw, relentless, unpayable. January 27th. We lost someone who carried that truth in her bones. Shirley Raines. The world saw bright hair, wild laughter, millions fed on Skid Row. They never saw the engine. Shirley didn't serve because she was whole. She served because she was shattered. And that's exactly why she mattered. Why your brokenness might be the most powerful thing you'll ever own. Maybe you know that weight, the one that sits in the center of your chest when you wake up, reminding you of the things you've lost, the mistakes, the what-ifs. Most of us spend our lives trying to hide those cracks. We think being broken means we're defective. We wait until we're fixed before we think we have anything to offer the world. That's the unspoken lie that keeps you stuck. You're waiting for a version of yourself that doesn't exist anymore. Shirley Raines didn't wait. After losing her son, she said she became a member of the Walking Dead. She wasn't whole when she stepped onto Skid Row. She was shattered. But she realized something that most people never do. She realized that the world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs people who know what it's like to be at the bottom, so they know exactly where to reach when someone else is down there. It's a cold realization, but a powerful one. Your pain isn't just a burden. It's your resume, standing by. Psychology calls this the wounded healer. It's the idea that your greatest power doesn't come from your strength, but from the scars you've learned to navigate. Here are 3 hard truths Shirley Raines lived by. 1. Pain creates a unique frequency. When Shirley spoke to the broken, she didn't sound like a textbook. She sounded like home. Your pain gives you a language that perfect people can't speak. It's not about what you say, it's about the vibration of truth in your voice. People don't listen to experts. They listen to survivors. 2. Empathy is a muscle built in the dark. You can't guide someone out of a forest you've never been lost in yourself. Shirley could look into the eyes of a mother on Skid Row and see her own reflection. Your struggle didn't just happen to you, it happened for the person you are meant to help tomorrow. 3. Purpose is the ultimate painkiller. Shirley said helping others was a fair exchange for her own loss. She traded her grief for someone else's dignity. When you turn your wound into a weapon for good, it stops hurting so much. The hole in your heart doesn't disappear, it just becomes the place where the light gets in. But here is the truth that most people are too afraid to say out loud. Shirley Raines spent her life giving away what she didn't have herself. She fed the hungry, while her own soul was starving for the son she lost. She provided shelter for the homeless while she was still a member of the Walking Dead. The unspoken twist is this: sometimes we become healers not because we are strong, but because we are trying to survive. We help others because it's the only way to quiet the screaming in our own minds. It's called pathological altruism. It's the uncomfortable reality that for many of us, if we stop fixing other people, we'll finally have to face the fact that we don't know how to fix ourselves. Shirley didn't hide this. She lived it. She showed us that you don't have to be okay to be useful. In fact, your most heroic acts usually come from the moments when you feel the most hollow. You aren't helping people despite your pain. You're helping them with it. But the cost is that the healer often dies with wounds that never actually closed. Shirley Raines was found in her home on January 27th. A wellness check that ended in a silence no one was ready for. She died at 58, leaving behind a world that is objectively darker without her. But maybe the way she lived is more important than the way she left. She proved that you don't need a perfect life to have a perfect purpose. She showed us that your trauma doesn't have to be a cage. It can be a key. So, as you close this video, I want you to look at the parts of yourself you've been trying to hide, the parts you think make you less than. What if those cracks aren't your weakness? What if they are the only reason you're able to hold so much light for everyone else? Shirley Raines is gone, but her unspoken truth remains. You don't have to be whole to be holy. You just have to be willing to show up with whatever pieces you have left.